Okay, so in this video, I'm just going to show you some steps that we took. I went back, not to the very beginning, obviously, because I'm going to tie her, which she's learned to do as a kind of part of everything else we've been working on. It just happened. So she ties very nicely, and I think this also has to do with the people who taught her to lead. She knows not to pull back on her lead rope. So right now I'm stubbing her up fairly tightly. And I'm going to put a slip knot in there and loop it a few times so it won't come out from the wrong end. So when she pulls back, it won't come loose. And what I'm trying to do today is I'm trying to just go through every step that we went through, everything I've asked her to stand still to do. That's what I'm going to work with today. Right now I'm just kind of getting my equipment put together and arranged so I can get a hold of it later. And I am going to start with just brushing her. And see, she just found out she was tied there. And she yielded pretty well. So now I'm just going to brush her. And so much time that we have spent working on all of these steps in March and April and May. There were also at least 2 weeks of each of those months that we didn't do anything. So really it's been about 6 weeks total. So giving her doing the brush. And what I'm experimenting with here today, this is something that a lady that I met many years ago used to do all the time, is that when her horses stood still nicely for her, she would give them a little treat. And Salty really seems to respond well to treats. So that's what I'm going to do here. And I'm giving her, see how nicely she's standing to be brushed. While she's tied, she's not trying to do anything silly and pull back or anything. She's being very good about it. But we've done this over and over. She's been standing to be brushed for a long time without any fidgeting around. I've put a flat halter on her, and I did not have, it's really, really thin, so I can eventually put the bridle over top of it. The halter I got for her is kind of thick, and the bridle won't fit well across it. Okay, now look here. We are going to the next step, which is to pick up our feet. And look at her just be so good about it. Just able to clean it out. It's like any seasoned horse might do. She's like, okay, that's okay. Good girl. Now I'm going to give her a treat. I'm giving her a treat every time she stands still. Every time I would normally say, good girl, for standing still and giving her that praise, I'm going to give her a treat. Okay, now when I try to go to pick up this foot, she's really got her weight in the back is onto her right side, so I'm just going to push her over, and look how nicely she yields to the turn on the forehand there to yield her hindquarters over. And then once that's done, it's a very simple thing to pick that foot up. Once you get the weight, it's kind of important to get the weight distributed so they can pick their feet up with ease. And see, there she gets her treat. She loves those treats. Now, this foot, you face the front, you put the foot in your hand. See, I have it in my right hand, so that no matter how much she kicks, like she did then, she tried to kick and jerk around. Just not a lot, but she did give me some resistance. But you could hold on really well when you get a hold of it like that. I haven't got to the point yet where I've felt comfortable, getting under her while I'm working on her feet. I don't think it's going to be very long, though, before that'll be done with ease. And from now on, we'll do this every time. Every time I work with her, we'll go through these little few minutes here where she's brushed and gets her feet cleaned out. There goes the other back foot. What a good girl. And if you've been watching these videos, you've seen the struggles we've been through trying to get this little thing accomplished. So she's being very good. I've had some help with this. She's had her feet trimmed twice since I've owned her. And both farriers have been excellent with her as far as, she being so green about getting her feet picked up and everything. Alright, so the next step is going to be put the saddle pad on. I'm putting that saddle pad on upside down. I know you noticed that. I'm doing it that way because a horse with some rain rot had it on, and I don't want to spread it to her. So I've just turned it over on the other side so she won't get it. I know you see that saddle pad folded under there, but don't worry. When I get around there and notice it, I'll certainly straighten that out. Okay, so she got her little treat, and now the saddle goes on. What a good girl. See how she just stands there for it, like a good horse should. You have no idea how green she is. Okay, and then we come and get our treat again. That's for the saddle. Each step that she stands still for is going to get her treat today. So now we're putting the girth on. She's standing just fine for that. She used to get very agitated about this. And she's very quiet now, as you can see, about getting the saddle. See, look, I'm fastening the girth right there, and she's just fine with it. She's I don't care about this anymore. So this is awesome. And I'm going to go around and tighten it up good and tight before she gets her treat. And she's looking for it. There it is. Okay, good girl. Salty. Very good. Okay, now the next step is the bridle. Put the bridle with the bit on. And it took me about 5 minutes to untangle my bridle. So I'm going to stop the video for those 5 minutes that I used to untangle my bridle.